Hey guys, you all are watching Learn with Nick. So as you would have guessed from the title, today's video will all be about the insights about various HR career paths that you can have after pursuing your MBA in Human Resources. So my name is Nikhil and I'm a graduate of TISS HRM and LR program batch of 24, and now it's been almost 1 year post my MBA that I have been into an HR role, and that's why I have insights from all of our batchmates who have joined different roles, and I thought I received many queries as to what are some of the career paths that HR professionals follow once they graduate out of MBA or in HR professional in general. So here's my take on the topic, and today we'll be focusing on our first role, and it's also one role which is quite omnipresent if you look across the career journey of all of the HR professionals, and it's the HRBP role. So HRBP, let's see origin. It was a term coined by Dave Ulrich in the early 1990s, and he termed that HR has now transitioned from an administrative point of view to more strategic business partner. Now what does that mean is that now the HR role was partnering with business people to provide value to the organization, to align people with overall organizational objectives. Now if these type of terms may seem very unknown to you, or you are not getting the depth, don't worry, we'll get deeper into it and we'll get into the key responsibilities of HRBP. So let's say if you are an HRBP for an organization, then the first responsibility that you could be handling would be talent strategy and workforce planning. Now what does this mean is that for a business of which you are an HRBP, you would be providing the right kind of talent the business needs to achieve its overall objectives. Next thing is all of the talent acquisition, be it hiring the right person, giving them a proper role, observing their career journeys, and finally when they retire, moving out of the system. So entire hire to retire cycle would also be a major touch point as your responsibility. Now second thing that comes into the picture, which you would also be handling, is performance management and coaching. Now what does this mean is that whenever an employee joins, and if you are a HR business partner, and the responsibility of that employee is on you to see that whatever training he needs is given to him, whatever coaching, mentoring he needs is given to him, how he is performing overall in the organization, has his performance been good, or he needs some assistance, or he is doing exceptionally well. These are all of the things that you would have to take care of as an HRBP. Next thing that you would be taking care of is to maintain an overall positive work culture and employee engagement. Now as an employee engagement is again a very broad topic, but I'll just give you a quick overview. Employee engagement as a overall, if you see, would be how much drive an employee has to achieve the overall business objective. So an engaged employee is something that is of a great value to the organization, and he strives to better his performance and overall achieve the goals and objectives given to him, that we call a engaged employee. So these engagement surveys, pulse surveys, are again part of a HRBP's responsibility to see if there is any culture related issues, if in any team more attrition is happening, people are leaving some particular department, and if you are the HRBP of that particular department, then you need to take up the ownership to resolve this issue with the help of obviously business leaders. Then again, next thing that you would be taking care of is the rewards and recognition. Now we all know that to sustain or to reward, to drive employees, recognition is very important. So you need to make sure that proper recognition mechanisms are in place. If someone does something extraordinary, he should be rewarded accordingly, and that's what keeps the motivation of people alive, right, to work. So this again comes under your responsibilities as an HRBP. Next responsibility that you could be handling would be the change management aspect. Now what is change management? Suppose, let's say, there's a set process in which every organization is working. Let's say there was a process to follow of employee onboarding, then checking up the documentation part, and then moving the data into the system, then making sure the correct pay scale, pay grade, pay designation is reflected. All of these backend work, let's say a company was doing in a certain way. Now there's some digital intervention, some new processes have started, of which, due to which all of the employee touch points are now have to be tweaked. Now your responsibility as an HRBP would be to facilitate this transition smoothly, so that there should not be any communication gap or a transition obstacle for the employees to transition from the earlier system to the new system. So this change manager aspect, this is one part of change management. Again, a broader change management includes policy changes, changes in the way department is functioning, reporting structure changes, everything encompasses under the change management. Then again, some newer new age technologies have came in. So now HR analytics as a term is also picking up. So you may be delve into the HR analytics part. You have to see monthly dashboard MIS reports. You have to use predictive analytics to predict what future workforce needs are, what does the company's historical talent fluctuation has been. So these are some of the things that you would need to take care of. So that's all about the human resource business partner. Again, there are many more things that an HRBP has to do. I've just tried to capture the important points, important responsibilities that this role encompasses. Now, what's the career path? How does the career progression look like for the HRBPs? So most likely, either you would be joining as HRBP, and you subsequently move in as senior HRBP, then director HRBP, and eventually the role grows to become a CHRO, which is the pinnacle, Chief Human Resource Officer. So this is how the journey will look. But again, as I said, there are multiple roles that you can venture into throughout your HR career, and you can transition from HRBP role to some other roles that we'll be talking about in our subsequent series of videos that we'll be talking about. So this is in general about the human resource business partner role that you get from after your MBA. So I hope this video was of some help to you, and please do let me know in the comments if there are any more queries. Whatever you want to ask, just shoot in the comments, and I'll see you all in my next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.